Hello and welcome to this setup tutorial for the board game The Lost Ruins of Arnak. If you'd also like to know how to play this game, then I have a separate video for that. And right after that, I'll have some videos showing you the Expedition Leaders expansion. But first, let's get it ready on the table. I'll be setting it up for 3 players and the way it should be done for your first play. Start by placing the game board in the middle of all players. For your first time, you use it with this side up, showing this big bird. I'll set things up going from top to bottom. That means we start up here, and this is where you place cards. There are many cards that show this on the back, but the fronts are different, so make sure to not shuffle everything together. Start with these cards that show this blue mask in the corner. Shuffle them and then place the deck face down on this space that shows the same blue icon. Next is this deck of cards that say Fear. No need to shuffle them because they're all the same, and no need to place them face down. Keep them up and open and place them on the board that shows the same icon. And the last deck to go here is the one with the card showing this little shovel in the corner. Shuffle them, and then place this deck face down on this space here. Let's go a little lower on the board, this area here. Take one card from this blue mask deck and place it face up on the leftmost space here. And then fill the rest of these spaces by placing a card face up from the deck on the right. When you're done, you take this moon staff and place it under the number 1 to show you're about to start round 1. Time to go further down on the game board. In this top space, you have to place these tiles that are just as big as the space on the board. I'm setting it up for 3 players, so I take 3 of these tiles and put them here. The rest can go back in the box. Under that is room for these smaller tiles. Again, since I'm setting it up for 3, I make a little stack of 3 tiles and put it here. But there's room for another stack, so again I take 3 tiles and put them on the board. The rest can go out of the game. And finally there's this even smaller spaces under that, you guessed it, 3 stacks of these 3 tiles. If you're setting it up for 2 players, then you make stacks of 2 tiles. If you're setting it up for 4, you use 4 tiles per stack. A bit down again. Here in this left area, you'll be placing these tokens with idols on them. Keep them face down and shuffle them. When you're done, start putting them where they belong. At the top here, you can place 2 idols per space. The left one can be flipped over, so that it shows what's on the other side. Do this for every top space. And then the rest of these spaces get 1 token. All of them go face up. When you're done, you should have no more idle tiles left. More things to set up on the right here. More tiles. The square ones that show the same thing on the back as the cards. Shuffle the tiles first. When you're done, place some as a face down stack here. I'm setting it up for 3 players, so again I make a stack of 3 tiles. You use as many as there are people. After that, you make your way down by placing 1 tile face up on each space. But if you're with less than 4 players, make sure you don't put any tiles on the spaces that show a particular number of players. Since I'm setting it up for 3, I don't put any tiles on the spaces that show they're meant to be used in a game of 4 players. So it's possible you'll have some tiles left, they can just go back in the box. Further down we go. It's possible you have to block some of these spaces. If you're with 4 players, you don't need to do anything. If you're with 2 players, then you have to block every space that shows 2 shoes. Take out these tokens with a wave on it and place 1 on each space. If you're with 3 players like me, you do this special routine. Take out all the wave tokens and hustle them around face down. Then take 3 randomly. The rest can go out of the game. The 3 that you picked can be flipped over and the icon will tell you which 3 spaces to block. I have these 3, so I put them on the double shoes here, here, and here. You can't use these spaces during the game. We're all the way at the bottom of the board, but this has been so much fun. Let's just add another board at the bottom so that we can place even more items. This space shows a tablet. We have tablets, so dump all of them there. I can see a blue arrowhead. You'll find those in the box as well. This is where they all go. And a red ruby means all the red rubies can be placed on this space. Under that, the money goes on the money. And finally, these green round tokens. Almost done. This board is quite easy because it shows exactly what goes where. You see this icon of a 1. You have all these tiles with a 1. Shuffle them and stack them face down on this space. An icon of a snake. Tiles with a snake. Shuffle and stack it on the space where they're supposed to go. And this 2 space is to leave a stack of these 2 tiles, shuffled and face down. 3 more spaces up here. Those are for all these nice people, the assistants. Keep them with this lighter side up, shuffle them, and then make 3 stacks of 4 tiles each. When you're done, you'll have used all the tiles. The board is finally done. All there's left to do is take everything for the players, and then you can start the game. Every player gets one of these handy information cards. Pick a color, and then take everything from that color. I choose yellow, so I take this yellow player board and place it in front of me. I've got 2 yellow worker people. I keep them with me. I've got a yellow notebook and this yellow spyglass. Every player places their spyglass token on top of the notebook token and then place it here on the game board. It doesn't matter where, as long as you place it here. The very last thing for each player is these 4 cards in your own color. These ones. Then take 2 fear cards from the deck at the top and add them to your hand. Shuffle your own deck and then place it face down on your own player board here. Done! Pick a first player who can take this first player token and you can start round 1. Also take 5 cards into your hand from your own deck. If you'd like to know how the game goes, follow me to the tutorial. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and see you for the next one.